Hey everyone, this is the HappyAnimaidCafeManager here with another walkthrough episode for the game Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. There are a couple things I want to bring up before I begin. Okay, so I had to abort an episode because I kept making too many mistakes at this point. And I was getting ready to look up on how to proceed through the game on GameFAQs until I decided to think outside the box for a second, and what I did, and when I actually got somewhere, I ended up kicking myself in the rear for not thinking about it earlier. So anyway, with some trial and error, I didn't make it further to. When I thought I got a different reaction from Edgeworth, so anyway, let's see the events unfold. Anyway, this is what I picked the last off-cam. It was off-camera. This was not in the aborted episode. Yeah, I won't show it because I deleted it. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence would you like to show this person? I tried to videotape. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, looks like they got a hold of him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this bound. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid it seems I have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client not to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews? Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Malingard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is why take it out of this whole mess. There is only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. Either to blackmail him or wanted to blackmail you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, at least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I could keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Oh! It looked like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Their client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes, you told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target? Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and the... Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sight. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down the verdict. Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me! Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you, right, Chief? Plead not guilty? Congratulations, Mr. Moundguard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left, Your Honor. As always, the defense pleads not guilty. Very well. This court finds the defendant mount on guard. But please, wait! What's the matter? If I get not guilty, I'll be killed. No! Guilty! As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edwards, how's man on guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whipped leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. This trial was the first time I had stood on the witness stand, and when I did, I really felt hopeless. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself in who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I am really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client, Madame Garde, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and then in your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right! Edward, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? But Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edward? Yes, she's quite safe. She is on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Ah! Mystic Maya, safe! You did it, you really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believe in you. Believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh, what's wrong? Miss Von Karma. About earlier. Thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed, and yet you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She made it in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edward, for my own personal victory, and for a guilty verdict. I used every dirty trick in the book and still my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then, it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edwards chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors used anything we could do to attack the defendant, but every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold in everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch, but we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth? Yes. The reason why prosecutors and defense lawyers exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory. Who ran away into the night. Ah! Is Mr. Edwards right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own word. That's why 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that Miles Edwards I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma. I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edwards. You are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma, and neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this right. Okay. Nick. Like, Nick! Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved that you're alright. Hey, looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Somebody's hungry. Alright. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place, huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food! Grub, chow, I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on the bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick, huh? This case messed up that awesome evening. It got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Come on, Nick. Food! March 23rd, 7:38 p.m. Gatewater Hotel lobby. Hey pal, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. Now, I have no idea what my stepbrother's watching, but it's really loud on the other side. Well, I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole, then it wasn't a red light that got him. You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai. The thing. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor, don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it, tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now, everyone, gather around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Law bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we could put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Now, I have no idea. Fine, I'll just raise the volume up in this bitch. Alright, anyway, I'm almost out of time here, so... Anyway, I got a little bit of room left on my SD card, so I'll keep going. You know, when you think about who it... You were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Oh, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Ah, come on, y'all, it's over. But, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? Haha, you think? Why does she look so happy about that? Being shut away for 2 whole days? Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So what's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see Mr. Vine's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Huh? What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking up something. That's Miss Juan Carmen's receiver. Thanks, sir. I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? But, Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone are enough here. I wonder if there's anything I could give him or express how I feel. A whip thrown away by Francisco von Carmen. It was certain mysterious nostalgia to it. Let's see. Found a unguarded mansion with love solicited written on it. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, to be continued, baby.